So what do I do when I first get my new puppy? Welcome to Cornerstone Gundog Academy, where you can learn to train your retriever with our online videos. One of the most important parts of your pup's life is as soon as you bring it home. And there's a few things to consider that's going to make that process and transition go as easily, as smoothly as possible. The first thing is just expectations and really kind of getting a grasp and understanding of what should I expect when I bring my puppy home. Now, I've got to shoot you straight here because you're getting a puppy, which is a little baby, and they like to cry a lot. They like to chew on things. They're going to have accidents, and you may lose a good bit of sleep even. So just kind of have that expectation before you go in. Don't go into this thinking, oh, this is going to be a breeze. It's going to be so easy. Now, you can make the process easier. So I'm not saying it's going to be extremely difficult, but what I do want you to do is have a realistic expectation. Just realize when you put that puppy in the crate, when you're starting the crate training process, it's going to whine and it's going to be shrill and it's going to be loud. So just keep those type of things in mind, but also don't just have those type of expectations, but your puppy is going to be curious. It's going to want to explore your home. It's going to want to kind of figure out what its boundaries are. And that's important. That's an important part of the process. So that's also going to be, and it's a fun time as well. So that's another part of the process where you can interact with your puppy and have a good time with it and watch it explore and just watch it just be a great puppy. Now, with expectations in mind, there's just a few of them. The next thing is establishing a routine. It's very important that you start establishing a good, consistent routine early on, because you've got to think that as soon as you're bringing that puppy home, it is leaving everything that is ever known. So naturally, it's going to be a little uncomfortable and really it's going to be a little shaken. It needs that security, and that's what the routine is going to do. If you get a good established routine, as in you put it to bed at the same time, you wake it up at the same time, you feed it at the same time, you do all those different types of things, then it's going to help give it security that it needs to flourish, because that pup needs that security to be able to flourish. So just keep that in mind as well when you're establishing a routine. And then finally, transitioning from the litter to the family. That's an important aspect of this once you've got the expectations and then the establishing a routine down. And that is bringing your pup into the home. It needs to learn its boundaries. We talked about your pup's going to naturally be curious. It's going to want to explore and do all types of fun things. Well, if there's a room that you don't want your pup to go into, have that door shut or put some sort of barrier up. That's just one boundary. Go ahead and establish the boundaries early on. If you don't want your pup jumping on the furniture, don't let it jump on the furniture. Or if you do want your pup to hop up on the furniture when it's a big dog, that is fine too. And that's the key. Think about your pup. As a little puppy, you might think, okay, it's fine if it's on the furniture, but what if your dog is fully grown? Is it still going to be okay to you? That is the question to be asking. So go ahead and establish those boundaries and transition it into the family, and make sure that everyone interacts with the pup and really just assimilate it in. Let it become a part of your family. So if you keep all that in mind, that's going to help you understand what to do when you first get your new puppy.